Coronavirus 2, the market's zero. For a second week in a row, the coronavirus rattles markets and the world. This is the Silver Reports Weekly Review, where we take a look at a few of the headlines that moved the markets during the week and all things investment related. On Monday, stocks got hit hard. The Dow closed down 453 points, the S&P closed down 51 points, and the Nasdaq closed down 175 points. The spread of the coronavirus continued to worry investors. The virus news has caused the Dow Jones to fall more than 800 points from its 2020 high. Investors continue to worry about the economic impact the virus could have on the Chinese economy that was already expected to slow in 2020. Also, the mayor of Wuhan announced that 5 million people left the city of Wuhan before the travel ban went into place last week. The travel ban was put in place in an attempt to contain the virus, but that news from the mayor complicated China's plans to contain the spread of the virus. In other news, Whirlpool reported an EPS of $4.91, which beat estimates by 64 cents, but revenue of $5.3 billion missed estimates by $140 million. And DR Horton reported an EPS beat by 24 cents and a revenue beat by $260 million. On Tuesday, the markets bounced back. The Dow closed up 187 points, the S&P closed up 32 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 130 points. In news that moved the markets, Match CEO Mandy Ginsburg announced that she's stepping down due to some personal issues. Match's stock fell from the pressure it felt from Facebook announcing its own dating service, but Match has been able to battle back and make up those losses. Under Ginsburg, the value of the Match Group stock has more than quadrupled. The UK announced it's allowing Huawei to build parts of its 5G network. The UK goes against America's plea to ban Huawei over security concerns. There was also news of Starbucks closing locations due to the spread of the coronavirus in China. In current earnings news, Starbucks reported a 6% increase in US store comp sales versus the 5.2% consensus estimate. With that, Starbucks missed revenue estimates by $10 million, but beat EPS estimates by 3 cents. The company stated it anticipates 3 to 4% comparable sales growth for 2020, but I expect that number to change in the future. On Tuesday, all eyes were on Apple, which made more money from iPhone sales than was expected. Surprisingly, Apple reported small misses on service and wearable-related revenue. Overall, Apple beat EPS estimates by 45 cents and revenue estimates by $3.4 billion. The stock jumped 4% in after-hours trading. Advanced Micro Devices reported a revenue beat by $20 million and an EPS beat by a penny, but the company also gave revenue guidance to the downside for Q1 2020. The stock dropped 4% in after-hours trading. On Wednesday, the markets closed mixed. The Dow closed up 11 points, the S&P closed down 2 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 5 points. Wednesday was a busy day for earnings. Tesla jumped 11% after its earnings release. The company reported an EPS beat by 38 cents and a revenue beat by $300 million, which marked another profitable quarter for the company. Tesla delivered 90,000 Model 3s during the quarter and expects to deliver 500,000 vehicles in 2020. The stock was trading under $300 per share in late October and has more than doubled in 3 months. Nice work. Facebook didn't fare as well after their earnings release. The company reported growth in daily active users, monthly active users, and net income, but the stock sold off in after-hours trading despite beating EPS estimates by 3 cents and revenue estimates by $180 million. Microsoft reported an earnings beat by 19 cents and a revenue beat by $1.2 billion, growing revenue 13% year over year. The company's cloud business continues to drive growth. General Electric appears to be getting itself together. The company reported an EPS beat by 3 cents and a revenue beat by $470 million. GE provided an estimate of $2 billion to $4 billion for free cash flow in 2020, surpassing the $1.2 billion expected by analysts. Boeing reported an earnings per share miss by 50 cents and a revenue miss by $3.8 billion, a 30% decrease in year-over-year revenue. Boeing reported its first annual loss in over 2 decades. Revenue from commercial airplanes was down 67%. CEO David Calhoun acknowledged that the company has a lot of work to do. That may be the understatement of 2020. AT&T reported an EPS beat of a penny but missed on revenue by $140 million. The company cited the pre-launch prep of HBO Max was the cause of the missed revenue target. On Thursday, the Dow closed up 124 points, the S&P closed up 10 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 23 points. The markets were fueled by Tesla's earnings from the night before. Also on Thursday, the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus an international emergency, a week after saying it was not an international emergency. The World Health Organization stated that what's happening outside of China with the virus was the reason for the declaration. We also got news that IBM CEO Ginni Rometty will retire and Arvind Krishna will become this company's new CEO on April 6th. Remedi has been IBM's CEO since 2012. She's credited with building IBM's cloud business and reinventing more than 50% of its portfolio. In earnings news, Amazon blew away earnings expectations. The company beat earnings per share estimates by $2.51 and revenue estimates by $1.3 billion. The stock rose 9% in after-hours trading. Visa reported an EPS miss by a penny and a revenue miss by $30 million. Revenue for the quarter increased by 10% year over year, and payment volume for the quarter increased by 8%. Investors weren't impressed, and the stock sold off in after-hours trading. On Friday, the markets took a bad fall. The Dow closed down 603 points, the S&P closed down 58 points, and the Nasdaq closed down 148 points. The markets fell after Donald Trump declared a U.S. public health emergency in response to the coronavirus outbreak. Also, the airlines, United Airlines, American Airlines, and Delta announced plans to suspend all U.S. to China flights starting next week. Japan and Singapore announced plans to restrict travel from China. Russia closed border points that it shares with China. And Australia plans to quarantine evacuees from China by sending them to Christmas Island. The markets for a second week in a row loses to the coronavirus and closes down on the week. In other news, Friday was the UK's last day as a part of the European Union, ending their 47-year relationship. We got earnings from a few companies in the energy sector. Exxon Mobil reported an EPS miss by 4 cents, but a revenue beat by $2.5 billion. Chevron reported an EPS beat by 3 cents, but a revenue miss by $2.6 billion. Phillip 66 reported an EPS miss by 10 cents, but a beat on revenue by $2.3 billion. It was a rough day for energy stocks. Caterpillar reported an EPS beat by 25 cents, but a revenue miss by $280 million. The stock dropped 4 points on the report. In crypto news, crypto had a good week, continuing their 2020 bull run. Bitcoin was trading at $9,323, up 10% from last week. Ethereum increased 11% on the week and was trading at $179.87. Litecoin was trading at $67.22, up 23% from last week. And Ripple closed the week out at 23 cents. Crude oil closed the week out at $51.63 per barrel, down 5% from last week. Crude oil was hit hard during the month, its worst trading month since May 2019. A big winner for the week was Delphi Technologies, DLPH, which jumped 56% on the week after being acquired by Borg Warner for $3.3 billion. A big loser for the week was Bridgeford Foods, BRID, which dropped 19% on the week. If you're ready to get serious about investing and creating wealth for yourself and your family, check out our latest quarterly newsletter, The Silver Report. Serious investment ideas presented in a way that experienced and novice investors can understand. If you're ready to master the markets, check out our newsletter at SevilleReport.com. A link to sign up to our weekend article in focus is in the description below, and any headlines you want to read more about, the link to the full stories are also in the description below. Thanks again for checking out the Silver Report's market review. This channel is dedicated to anyone who wants to start investing but doesn't know how or where to start. If you have any questions, ask in the comments section, like and subscribe, and may your next investment be your best investment. See you next week.